Howdy, everyone. Welcome to Tilson Live. It is Tuesday. It's 2 o'clock. We are coming at you live on Facebook, live on YouTube. I'm Eric Allard, part of the fourth generation of the Tilson family, joined as I am each and every week by the one, the only, the Dawn Dantzler, Vice President of Customer Experience and Marketing. I reversed it.
You did. You changed it. Now I got to get new business cards.
Well, that's okay. It's on the drop down. It's on the drop down. Anyway, folks, come in, join us. We're going to have a chat. We're going to talk about all things building on your land. Tell us, like Diana has already done, where you are building, what part of the process you're in, where you're watching from, where you're having this beautiful piece of Texas, what's going on. Any questions you have at all about building a home on your land. I'm very sorry, Dawn, I forgot to ask. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Awesome. A little road weary, but we're gonna be okay. Waking up in different towns. It's kind of fun times, but anyway, getting to see a lot of our folks, getting to see a lot of prospects, a lot of customers, and of course, a lot of our team members, which is always fun. So, but as you folks are doing, jump in live on Facebook, live on YouTube. It is Tilson Tuesday. It's 2 o'clock. We want you to ask all of your questions about building on your land. If you are thinking about building a home on your land somewhere, ideally in Texas, we are the resource for the most accurate information. And we don't say that humbly, like we mean it, dead serious. So, but as you're jumping in, folks, seriously, tell us where you're watching from, where you're building, what part of the process you're in. We want to hear from you. We can talk about construction. We can talk about financing. We can talk about site preparation. We can talk about choosing land. We can talk floodplains. We can talk permitting. All of the things can be talked about, but Dawn has a very special presentation today. What are we talking about, Dawn?
We are going to be talking about a customer's Palo Duro E in Comal County. So very exciting, newer plan. It's the model we have under construction in San Marcos, and we actually have a finished customer home to show you. So boom. We are going to be talking about this beauty right here.
Awesome. Yep. We're going to talk a little bit of foundation in today's show, because you can see that's going to generate.
We got a lot of foundation. Yeah.
Got some concrete going on. So yeah, again, folks, jump in. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us where you're building, what part of the process you're in. Are you just getting started? Are you thinking about doing this? Are you under construction? Are you picking your colors? Are you finished and moved into your dream home? Share your experience with the world. That is what we're here for. We're here to answer each and every one of your questions, however long it takes. But
yep, absolutely. Let's see who we've got joining us so far. Right. We've got Diana building us in Gabriel C. and Coryell County. The sheetrock is up. Hunter is very good at keeping us updated with each step along the way.
Oh, very cool. Thank you, Diana.
Good to hear.
Well done, Hunter.
We got Selena from Rosenberg, Texas, just watching. So are you just getting started? Are you done? Or where are you? We got Julie. Happy Tilson Tuesday. We're loving our new house on our land in North Texas. Awesome. Thanks so much. We've got Nydia. Greetings to both of you. I was happy to see you yesterday, Eric, and of course, watching from our Melissa location.
Good to see you too, Miss Nydia. Enjoyed our visit.
Yes. Danielle Watson says, I see you. She's sitting in the same office with Eric, folks. So.
Yeah, it's okay. If she keeps on like that, we're going to put her on.
And then we've got Michelle. Hey, guys, watching from Canyon Lake. Awesome. Thanks for joining us,
beautiful.
Michelle.
Not too far from where this home was built. So, yeah, this is Comal County, which for those of you who don't know, it's kind of where New Braunfels. New Braunfels is where Comal is, in Comal County, and it is New Braunfels. There's no S in the middle. I'm about to Texas, y'all. New Braunfels. You're all welcome. Saves you a little bit of embarrassment at the next, mixer or family party or whatever. Thank me later.
Or you're the cause of argument.
Potentially, we could do that. I know they said Happy Tilson Tuesday. You think we could overtake Taco Tuesday? Are we a bigger deal than Taco Tuesday yet?
To me, we are.
Okay.
But
I certainly spend more time on Tilson Tuesday than I spend on Taco Tuesday. So
I do.
it's probably best for, slimming down.
Taco Tuesday goes very fast.
Yeah, Taco Tuesday is very fast. So go, folks, jump in. Tell us where you're watching from, where you're building, what part of the process that you are in. Dawn has put together a fantastic presentation about this Palo Duro. I know we got other little features, little new features we're going to show you. It's not a video, exactly. But
Yep. Michelle is agreeing with you. Born and raised in New Braunfels. There's no S in the middle.
There we go. From the locals.
Yep.
Thank you, Michelle. Awesome.
If we can just get everybody to agree how to say Waxahachie.
Yeah, it's a short A, Waxahachie, but who knows?
And we've got Selena saying, just getting started. If we have time, could you give tips on choosing land? What do you look for and how do you even start to look?
Of course, yeah, absolutely. And I know you said you were down in Rosenberg, which is Fort Bend County. I don't know if that's where you're wanting to build, but what I can tell you is that one of the things to look out for, easiest and very easy information to find, is floodplain. That's a big one. So try and stay away from floodplain. If you're getting several acres, it's okay if part of it, maybe in a corner somewhere, is in the floodplain, but you don't want to buy one where the predominant part of the property is in the floodplain, because you're going to do something to get up there, to get above. Check restrictions. So where you're buying and where this home that we're going to view was built, it has an architectural control committee. It does have some deed restrictions. They're not crazy. They're not super difficult, but just kind of be comfortable when you're looking for land. Like a lot of people say, I want unrestricted. I don't want anything. And that may be the case. Like, that's where I'm living. You can have whatever you want. There are no rules. It's the Republic of Eric. But it may behoove you to have some restrictions, right? If you're moving from a deed restricted master plan community and you're used to, having that level of protection for the property values, certain square footage minimums, no mobile homes, no pig farms, no shooting ranges, no, cars parked on blocks in the front yard, that kind of stuff. Like, those are written to protect property values, but just make sure that you mesh well with what is documented and recorded. Because when you buy that property, Dawn, what does that mean?
That means you've agreed to the terms and conditions.
You've agreed to the deed restrictions by buying that land. It's not buy the land. Okay, now I want to do something totally different. So those are two key ones to look out for: floodplain, deed restrictions, and then depending on where you're looking, we can get more specific from there. But great questions.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we have Skinny over from YouTube, watching from Florida. I'm excited about the stream because this is the plan I'm most excited about.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, then,
thanks for
what
joining.
a great segue, Skinny. I appreciate that. And we will, with that, guys, again, keep dropping your questions in. We'll answer every one of them. So we'll pause throughout this, answer questions about building on your land, about financing, about construction, about site prep, about this particular home. And I got my laser pointer ready to go.
Awesome.
Yep. Lightsabers and all kinds of stuff. No extra charge for that, folks.
And so this is the Palo Duro E, which is the elevation that this family chose to build as well. So this is our rendering of, as you'll see, our model in San Marcos. That's what's being shown here. So it's a newer plan for us. So very excited to share one with you today. And then for the floor plan, it is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, a little over 2,700 square feet. And this is very much a very, very open floor plan. I really like it's very similar. If you've seen our Preston plan, it's kind of that same layout for the family room, dining room, kitchen, where it's all one big room that just seamlessly flows into each other. It comes standard with a study and on top of those 3 bedrooms that you have. So you have a whole separate study area that could very easily be converted into a 4th bedroom if that's something you want. Very, very generous pantry on this home. Even in the base elevation, if you add on the alternate kitchen, it even gets larger, but you've got a very sizable pantry, perfect for country living and storing everything. You've got a large utility room. The master bedroom is way in the back, kind of excluded from, kind of secluded from everything else. So very nice there. Super big walk-in closet that comes with that room. It's just great layout.
Yeah, true split floor plan. Master on one side, and truly its own owner's retreat. Like there is there's only one way in here, and all that's over here is
Mm-hmm.
the owner's retreat. There's no reason you don't share any common walls in the other bedrooms. In fact, none of the bedrooms do, which I think is really cool design. Shout out to our design and drafting team.
Mm-hmm.
I do love it when bedrooms don't share walls. So you got bathrooms between here. There's no reason people should be getting upset with each other over noise. I'll have other reasons they'll be upset with each other, but it won't be because of noise.
And also plenty of storage, because even those the kids' bedrooms have huge walk-in closets.
Yeah.
So nice,
Very
good space. So this particular family, this is what they changed on the plan, they only did a few things. One of them, like Eric mentioned, they were in a situation where they had an architectural review committee. One of the requirements was for their home to be 75% masonry. So we needed to add just a little bit more stucco. So what we're showing in those pictures is actually the right elevation and the rear elevation. So there was no change to the front of the home. It's all done on the sides and the back around that garage, where the areas that are marked red would have been siding. And we just switched those over to stucco to echo what's going on the front of the house. And that upped their masonry requirement to what they needed to be approved. The other thing that they did is went with our custom options to add the extended rear covered porch. So they made that back porch area bigger. As you could see from the picture that I showed you, they have a very tall foundation. So we needed some steps and some handrails. They are going to put in the railing around the actual porch themselves, so you won't see this in the picture. And just full disclosure for any of our inspector friends or safety friends, we did block off that back door until the railing is in it. We took it off the pictures because it's not super pretty, but safety first. So until that railing is installed, that is blocked. They did a little bit of rearranging in the master bathroom because the master comes with just the walk-in shower, and they wanted to fit in a tub using the layout of it already. So they basically took out their linen closet, put the shower where the linen closet was, and then put a tub where the shower would have been. So just a little minor rearranging. They then added on the option for the attached 2-car side load garage, and then did a door on the back of the garage, a pedestrian door to access the back. So, and then on the front, again, we added concrete steps and handrails to get in.
Yeah, we'll talk about. I think we'll pull our foundation up and tell us what's going on here.
So this is the front of the home. So you can see it's a good mix of stone and stucco. You've got the the rough stone wood going on. So very hill country-ish design. I don't really know. It's not quite Mediterranean, but it's Mediterranean-esque.
Yeah, they call it neo hill country.
Neo hill country. Okay. Yeah. And then we've got we have some out of level because hill country. So we've got a very tall foundation, and this is also an area of the state where we finish the foundations a little bit differently than we do because we have it's so common for there to be exposed foundations. So we actually put kind of a coating on it.
It's called sand topping or underpinning, depending on where you are in Central Texas. But it is almost like a light stucco finish. It's not painted, but it is. In this particular home was 97 inches out of level.
Just a little bit.
So little over 8 feet. Significant.
Yes.
Which means as you. We were going to start at 11 inches high, right at the high point, which is over on the far right side of the home. Mm-hmm. Over here, it would have been probably towards the back 9 feet off of the ground. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But it's Comal County.
And then this shows you the level part because you want your garage to be to be the part that be there so you're not driving up into that. So this is the attached side load garage with that door that I was talking about that's coming off of the back.
Yeah, this is what Don was showing.
That's where we added the stucco to get us up to that masonry requirement.
Yeah, so ordinarily this would be hardy plank siding on this particular.
Mm-hmm. And then that is the very back of the home. So that's the rear exterior with that extended back porch. And she got some height.
Yeah, I guess maybe Kelsey took these photos, and like looking up at, this is the first floor. So.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely looking up at it. And in these pictures, the house was empty when we took the pictures. We did virtually stage them just to kind of help everybody envision the size of the space and what the use is. So that's our furniture. That's our fake furniture on the back.
Yeah. And this is one of the custom options, right? Mm-hmm. So this is pretty common. It's 12, almost over 12 and a half feet deep and 31 feet wide. So this is a big porch. Outdoor living space. Yeah. It's the size of about 3 bedrooms put together. If they were about 12 by 10, so it's significant. It's a lot of, you can have separate living spaces out there for sure.
Yes, it's very nice. This is the kitchen of the home, which is a very, large, generous space. You've got, your microwave in the back over your oven. You've got good work island that you can also put the stools at to eat off of. You've got you can see the picture down at the bottom shows the other area that you can set up, as a coffee bar or, just additional countertop space. Lots and lots of storage in this kitchen. It's very.
We had a question about the mangoes on one of our.
We did.
Because these are not the customers' mangoes. These are Dawn's.
They're not. No, the virtual stagers are in New Zealand, so this is their produce.
These are Dawn's virtual mangoes.
Yes.
So,
mangoes and papayas, I think, is what they were. Yeah. Somebody was asking if they were just supersized avocados, which I have actually seen in the store. I've seen avocados that big. But
very Texas of our crowd to ask if supersized avocados.
But the big ones are not as good, I've noticed.
And we'll show you guys later kind of some of the other kitchen options that can be done. But this is how this particular customer finished theirs out.
Yep. And then this is looking into that dining area that's right in front of, you can see the stools from the kitchen island to show you how the space kind of goes together. And so you've got your dining area right there in front of the door that's leading to that back porch. And that just flows right into the family room. So everybody can be all together when you're cooking, when you're eating. It's one big space that just flows into it.
Open space, which it gets that's the DNA from the Preston floor plan. So it's very, very similar. In that layout.
Yeah, it's very nice. And this is one of the reasons we wanted to stage these photos, because it's a big room that's hard to kind of wrap your brain around if you don't see furniture in place.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
And then there's the angle from the other side, so you can see their amazing view out their windows. That is not staged. That is real.
Yeah,
that is their real view. And then you could just from the other direction, so you could see how big this space is.
Yeah, again, I wanted to have the dimensions. You're over 40 feet, plus or minus 45 feet or so from the sink here to the back wall. I mean, it's a very, very large space.
And that sink's not even on the back wall of the kitchen.
No, it's not. So. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Very big.
Lots of lumber up here that's holding this puppy up.
Absolutely.
All right.
So you want to check in on some questions?
Sure.
All right. So we've got somebody asking El Velez. Hello. We closed on our home in Maico about a week ago. However, there are a few items from our final walkthrough that are still not resolved. So do we need to work through the building supervisor or the warranty department? Also, is there a feedback questionnaire that we are given at some point?
Yes. And yes. So first of all, thank you for trusting us and inviting us and letting us build your home. So thank you very much. And congratulations. Welcome to the Tilson family. If it's items that were part of closing, your building superintendent will coordinate those. So if you want to send us a private message just so we can follow up and make sure that he or she reaches out to you, do that for us. So send us a private message through Facebook, and we'll get that buttoned up and make sure they reach out and get all those things tackled. They are documented. They're on your iPad of your walkthrough, so that's all good to go. It won't get lost. And then, yes, we actually survey at 4 different intervals. Or we have historically done that. We may or may not continue to do that. We may do more intervals. We may do less intervals. We don't know yet. It's up to Bella.
I think we're going to more. We're going to more with less questions, so we can act more quickly on feedback.
But so you said you closed about a week ago. So what will happen is that at 30 days after closing, we send out what we call the move-in survey. We wait 30 days because we don't want it to. We want to be sure the mail is moving on. And they try to mail it to you, they'll try to email it to you, and they will sometimes call you with it. It depends if they don't get you one way, that's how they try to reach out.
Right.
It is a third-party company, so that the feedback is unbiased and everybody's asked the same questions. So you'll get that move-in survey approximately 30 days after you move in, give you a chance to get settled, to get the internet working, to get all the things, so it doesn't get lost in the shuffle of moving. And then yes, we do read that feedback. I read every one of them, for better or for worse. So everyone that we get, I mean, not everybody responds.
Right.
I get it. We're busy. But please put the feedback on there, because that is how we try to improve our processes and communication and all those kinds of things. So yes, you typically get one kind of right after all of the sales process when you're about to go into construction. You get one at about the sheetrock stage-ish, about the first half of construction. Then you get one at the move-in survey. And then historically, we've done one
at the year end. Yeah.
So a year after you move in to kind of say, hey, how did we do? So. But yeah, send us a private message so we can make sure your builder has the list and reaches out to you.
Okay.
Great question.
Perfect. We've got Carolyn joining us from Austin, getting ready for final walkthrough on our Travis D and Gillespie. Awesome.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
We've got Kimberly, who is watching from Ellis County, about to break ground on my Canton home.
I think Canyon, yeah. Canyon or Canton? Oh, are we building a canyon in Canton?
Ooh, which one?
I don't know.
And then we've got Christine. Hi from Alba. We had our stakeout last week on our acreage on Lake Fork. Jerry Butler was so patient to work with us to get our best view of the lake. We had to flip the Fayetteville floor plan back to the original to get the best view. Shout out to Jerry. Thank you.
And I will give another shout out to Jerry Butler, who she just mentioned, who is currently in his 46th year with Tilson Homes.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah, 46 years. So he's eclipsed 45 years. He is on his 46th year with the company. And I can tell you why he he cares very much about our customers, but you get Jerry Butler anywhere near a lake, especially a bass fishing lake like Lake Fork, where they have lots of tournaments. Jerry's going to take his sweet time. Exactly how you want it to be, because that man, he lives and breathes fishing. So not that you couldn't tell by the gigantic fish hook that was on the bill of his cap, but yeah, so it's
Kimberly is building a canyon.
Yes.
You were right. She's asking, how long does the dirt work stage take prior to the concrete pour on average?
Okay, and so you're in Ellis County, so we're going to do a dirt pad. She's going to love this, depending on weather. Ideally, it only takes about a week or two. Once we actually get in there and start doing the dirt work, and I don't know how much clearing has to be done. If there's a lot of trees that have to come out, that may take a little bit longer. But if not, if we're just going in and scraping and then building a dirt pad, that's a week, maybe two. Could push out to 3 if it starts raining. Sometimes bulldozers and skid steers do magical rain dances. Like, it doesn't rain for 3 weeks, and then we deliver a piece of equipment, and that is enough for tribute for the rain to start. Hopefully that doesn't happen for you, but if that does, we do have to be careful, because sometimes land can look really dry. No clearing. Okay, perfect. Just dirt work. Land can look perfectly dry, but if it's rained a week or two prior, we get a heavy piece of equipment out there and start moving back and forth. Your land acts like a sponge, and as we compress it, it's the water. Just like if you push a sponge that's wet, right, water will come to the top. Your land's no different. The good news is we are going into the part of the year where things dry out pretty quick, because it's going to start hitting 80s, 90s with a south wind until October in most of Texas. So it is upon us. I will say we've had a beautiful spring. We've had a very, very mild spring. I think it was like in the high 50s, low 60s yesterday morning in Weatherford. Yeah. I'll tell you how cool it was. I went for a run. And I didn't feel anything. No one was chasing me. I just went because it was no humidity, unlike where I live, and it was like below 60. So anyway, there you go.
Okay, good to know. All right, and then we've got Selena saying, thank you so much for the land tips. I think there's talks about Rocheron, Texas, and Brazoria County.
So same rules apply. Because in Rocheron, same thing, Brazoria County, you're going to have some floodplain stuff. If you, it's not quite as big a deal as it is in Fort Bend County. But Brazoria, same thing. We've been doing it. We have an office in Angleton, obviously. We've been building in Brazoria County for 60 years. So.
Okay, awesome. And then Michelle is asking, our POA requires 75% masonry. What is the percentage on a Canyon C?
Oh, I get a multiple choice. Multiple choice. A, 50%. B, 100%. C, 0.
C is 0.
Unfortunately, 0. Yeah, 0
Yes.
it is.
So in that situation, Michelle, what you're going to look at, if you want that farmhouse look, what we can often do with the POAs that are requiring 75% masonry is we can put your masonry on the back. And that way you can have that board and batten on the front exterior that you want. For 75%, though, we may need to also put a wainscot on the front, but we can get creative. It's very easy for us to change up the exterior, the materials that are used on the exterior elevations to get into those requirements. But as is in the majority of our portfolio, if you're seeing that true farmhouse C elevation, there is no masonry on it.
Which is ironic, Michelle, because hardy plank, the board and bat siding,
for insurance purposes, it is considered masonry.
It is masonry. It is a cement fiberboard.
So that is something to check to see if your POA specifies that that cement board does not count, because some of them will still let you call that.
And Michelle, we've seen some that can get lenient on that. Like, okay, look, are there other homes in there that have gone with the board and bat look? And what they're mainly not wanting is they don't want like masonite siding or, cardboard or anything like that.
Vinyl.
Yeah, vinyl siding. They're wanting, but in most cases, it is masonry means stone, brick, or stucco. That most places don't count hardy plank. Most ACCs don't count it as masonry.
Yeah.
But good luck lighting it on fire because it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, as far as your insurance is concerned, it's masonry. But yeah, for POA, it's usually not. Glenn is sharing that Jerry did our stakeout and made a great suggestion to run underground power from my pre-built garage to the new Tilson build. Oh, very smart.
Yeah. Jerry's been doing this a day or two.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, guys, keep asking your questions. Drop them into the chat. We'll answer every single one of them. Whether Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo. We don't think we've ever had a Vimeo question, have we? Well, maybe some.
We haven't. Most of the Vimeo, if you're watching us not live, you're probably on Vimeo because that's what we embed into our website. So.
Okay.
So that you're not bothered by commercials.
Yeah. Commercials.
All right. So as I mentioned at the get-go, this house does come with that study right off the foyer. So this is what that space looks like. Got some neat, architectural detail going on. You've got that little kind of cubby area in the front with your window. It'd be a good place too to put like a window seat. Just a nice space. And then you've got a powder bath as part of this plan. So it's pretty typical, not much to say. Master bedroom, which like we said, it's secluded off in the back of the home. This is a true split floor plan, very large room. You can see they have an amazing view from the space, but this is, with king size furniture, very, very large space. And then this is that master bathroom, showing where they relocated the shower to. So in the plan layout as it comes, remember that space was actually the linen closet partially. And I think we took a little bit from the master to make it large enough from the closet to make it large enough to have the walk-in shower there. And then down at the bottom where you see the tub, that is where the shower would have gone if they had not made this change. But there was no square footage change or anything. It was just a swapsies.
And the shower in the stock plan is huge. Like it's really big.
Yeah, absolutely. And then these are the secondary bedrooms. So the ones that are all the way on the other side of the house. Again, very good size. They have very large walk-in closets. So just very good space, secluded all the way over on the side. And then they share a hallway bathroom. There that is. So you've got the hamper cabinet that you see right there. That's in your face, and just as you can see in the mirror, it's got the tub shower combo on the other wall.
Yeah.
So. And then that is that extended rear covered porch that we were looking at the beginning. So again, huge space. It's just very nice. And let's actually, before we get into what we're doing with the model, let's experiment. Let's see if this works.
Bear with us. This is a first. We're guinea pigging.
This is a first. So we're gonna see Dawn's Matterport skills. So we actually do have a virtual tour of this home. Like I said, when we were out there and Kelsey was taking these pictures, the home was empty. So this is an empty house. But this is, when you walk in, one detail we did not share with you was this. Look at this gorgeous door.
Yeah, that's pretty.
They went with one of those upgraded doors. This is the study that we were talking about. So that's right off the foyer. And then this is the hallway down which you've got your coat closet here. And then this is that powder bathroom that we were showing. And then this opens up into that family room, dining area, kitchen space. And they actually did add in a couple of floor plugs that we've got labeled in here that you can see so that they don't have to worry about running cords for lamps and such. It's just a very, very nice space. So this is that extra, the extra countertop and storage. You've got lots of storage in this kitchen, lots of space for your bar stools. You've got your fridge with your ice maker line that's included in all of our homes. This is your microwave over your oven. Got your sink there, dishwasher, and your range. And then off of that, this is your pantry over here, which we did not show, but look how big this is, guys. So much storage. And then this is when you put in the garage, it adds in this drop zone area. So you've got those cabinetries, and this is take you out to the garage. You can see your pull down ladder for your attic access. But this is how we finish out all of our garages. And then I'll find my cheat to get back into the house. Then off of there, you've also got your utility room right here. So lots of cabinets and countertop. Washer dryer go here. Look how pretty they finish out the dryer. I always think that's so pretty.
No detail missed. Just
so you can hide it. And then you've got your rod and shelf here if you wanted to do some hanging clothes. It's also a good space if you want to put a freezer there if you didn't put the garage in. And then, like we were saying, the master is secluded all the way back here. So it's got its own entrance into the space. Nice big room. And then this is the master bathroom. And this is that closet, which again, very, very large. Lots of storage space. And then I'm going to cheat and I will jump straight to the bedrooms. This is the bedroom, the first one. And look at the closet on this one. Yeah. Nice closet there. The bathroom is here. And then that is the other bedroom, which again has its own large closet as well.
No whining kids.
Yeah.
It's not about closet space.
I'm sure they'll find other things.
Oh, yes. That was very cool. And it worked.
It did work. It did work. Oh, I didn't show you. This is the porch. Yeah. Look at that view.
Yeah.
So pretty.
All right, guys, round of applause for the first Matterport to be done in Tilson Live.
We did it. All right.
So what's going on? What's happening in San Marcos?
So in San Marcos, like I mentioned at the top, we are doing this as our model. We just did spray foam insulation on it last week. So we are waiting on energy inspections, but now's still a good time to look if you want to see everything that's behind the sheetrock. You can still see the framing, and you can see spray foam installed if that's not something that you're familiar with. So that's what's happening in San Marcos. And if you go to the next slide, I can show you, we're putting some different options. In that one, we're not doing the garage, so I was excited to see it on this home and be able to show it to you. But we are doing the alternate kitchen, which actually introduces a double island and makes that very generous pantry that I showed you even bigger. In that area, at this point, we were joking around like it's almost study number 2. Like, this room is so large for the storage. It does make your utility room actually gets a little bit bigger as well. So you can see that space, and then we're doing the alternate master bathroom in the model, which is going to be a very cool space. So the shower tub is actually kind of a wet room combo. So the tub is freestanding in the back of the shower. So that's going to be a really cool space that we're looking forward to showing everybody when it's done. And it actually ends up splitting the vanities in that bathroom rather than being in line with each other. Everybody has their own space.
A demilitarized zone right in the middle of it.
Yep, that's how you get to the closet. And then we're also doing some nice ceiling treatments. We're doing a step ceiling with box beams in it in the master bedroom. And then in the family room, we are actually doing the cathedral ceiling with the cathedral ceiling covered porch. So that's going to be the high ceilings with the trusses on the back. So it's going to be beautiful. And then we're adding bedroom number 4 with another bathroom onto that model. I did all the numbers backwards. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I followed.
For everyone who I'm driving crazy because they're OCD, I went backwards.
That's on purpose.
So yeah, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. And the last date I heard, we're optimistic, November-y, December-y?
Yeah, end of November is that's what Richard has said. And usually when he sets a goal,
yes,
he will hit it or die trying. That's kind of his thing. And actually, yeah, I don't. It's a huge deal, but this is now a 3.5 bath.
Yeah, it is a 3.5 bath. Sorry, that was
just 3.5 bath. So again, lots of different options you can do on this home. We got some questions about one of them here. So
yeah,
are there any questions? So folks, put the questions into the chat. We're going to sit here and answer them. We got some that are already stacked up, so we're going to go through and answer those. But don't stop. Like, put any questions you want to. It could be about the build. It could be about construction. It could be about timeframes. It could be about financing. It could be about site preparation. Looking for land. So lay it on us. What do you got?
All right. So we've got Kristen actually sharing with Michelle. Our POA requires 80%, and we're building a Canyon D. They do not consider the hardy as masonry, unfortunately. So we put brick on both sides, and the entire back front is both brick and hardy. So good solution.
So they did like a wainscoting, probably.
Then we've got Jennifer. How much is it to add a 2-car garage?
The one we're showing here is $52,300. If you're doing more than just, now that varies depending on the plan. Some don't cost that much. Some cost a little more than that. But that's the way we were showing this one, the attached side load 2-car garage custom option. And that would include, of course, the stone and the stucco and the bump out and all of that. It's all a done deal. And like Don showed, that's sheetrock, tape, floated, textured, painted, trimmed. Like, it's done.
Awesome.
Skinny clap.
Yeah.
Skinny clap for the thank you, Skinny.
Yes, thank you. And Michelle is asking, currently, how long is the time frame, pre-construction and build time looking in Comal County, hoping to build in Spring Branch?
All right. So yeah, they're coming down. That's the good news. They are coming down. We're trying to put a 12 to 14 month time frame on total time. Okay, total time from the time that you initiate the deposit to the time the house is finished. We have some that are going a little bit faster than that in other parts of the state, but Comal County, Spring Branch, that North 281 corridor there, you're probably looking at, I would figure right at that 12 to 14 month. And again, the faster the better without sacrificing quality or safety.
Mhm.
Because, remember how our little business model works. We lock you into a price that we don't get paid for till the house is completely finished. So it actually behooves us to get out there and get it done. So we'll help you every step of the way with, ACC approval and design and engineering and permitting and site preparation, and then actual construction. So.
Yep, absolutely. All right. That is the last question I see.
It's the last question. So, guys, last call for questions. Again, we got the Waco Design Center that's, all but done. We're moving furniture into the next 2 weeks, or probably first week of June. And so that'll be a beautiful one to go check out and see and try on. You can actually sit down in the Tampico and Angelina into the Casita. And then, of course, this one here, end of November. But they're taking appointments now. You can go tour it. It'll be shut down a little bit now and then, depending on what's going on construction-wise for safety and, of course, inspections. And then we also have 12 design centers open 7 days a week.
Yeah, we actually have 3 seminars going this weekend. If you want to go in person, you've got Waco is going to talk about land prep. And getting your property ready. So you can go check that out and check out those new models that Eric was talking about. Our Huntsville location is talking about our Easy Buy program. So that's a good one to head out to. And Melissa, where Nydia is from, is doing the general built on your lot overview. So those of you who are just getting started, that would be a good seminar for you to attend, meet some other people who are getting ready to build on their land as well, and just get kind of the overview of the entire process.
Because it is very different than buying a home that's resale or in a subdivision. Very different.
Very, very different.
So very cool. Well, hey, good, folks, obviously doesn't have to stop here. We got a website that's open 24/7. We got new home specialists that, look at that.
If you want to explore that Matterport on your own, you can scan this QR code and this will take you right there.
So fancy. So fancy.
Yes, very fancy.
I'm just looking for like a rotary telephone. That's kind of back to simple days. Anyway, website open 24/7. New home specialist standing by to take your calls, answer high-level questions, schedule an appointment with a design center specialist to help you design the home of your dreams, your forever home. We have a Facebook page. We have a YouTube channel. You all know that because that's what you're watching on. So we got a lot of content there that's very, very helpful. We are constantly updating it to make sure that it is current, that it is relevant. We want to take suggestions from you too. So if you've got something you want us to talk about or things that need further explanation, let us know. Dawn takes constructive criticism very well. I, listen to it filtered. So no, we're here to help you guys make these decisions. We know that these are big decisions, and we want you to have all the information you can possibly have, transparent as possible. And we hope you find these things helpful. And really, we just soon hope to make you part of the Tilson family. We'll talk to y'all later.
Bye, everybody.